Hey guys, I'm going to play a tune now called Martin Wynne's Number 2. I've done one of the other ones, I think it was 3 that I did before. It's just another great tune, and it came up recently at a session in kind of a cool way, which I'll get to at the end. So I'll play it straight through on the whistle, go back and break it down. I'm going to do a bit on the flute as well. So here we go. So it's a cool tune, one I really like playing. Kind of came up a lot when I was on the last Christmas tour a few months back. So I'll break down the basic melody here and go back and hit the ornaments. So here's the beginning of it. So that's the first part. Now, it might sound a bit odd if you're used to hearing this tune played because it has to jump the octave because we don't have those low notes below that. So that last bit would ordinarily be played below the octave of the flute, or the whistle rather. In this case, we don't have that, so we have to jump the octave. So if you're playing with fiddle players, it's going to sound a bit differently when they do it. So that's the first part. I think that's the only time it comes up. So that's the first section of the tune. Here's the second bit. Do that again. Now we're starting on the B, and again, this is one where we have to jump the octave there. So if you're playing it on a fiddle or a box, it would be the lower B. But right. And so the third section is a repeat. Fourth section is almost identical to the second section. So again. So really the only difference there is that it ends in the B. So now the B part starts in the lower octave. Play that again. The triplet in there, that's fairly critical. And then the second section. Do that again. Third section, again, basically repeat of the first. And the fourth section, again, is similar to the second, just a little bit of a different on the end. So there, just ends on the B. So that's the whole thing. Now, ornaments-wise, there's a lot of long notes in it, so you can have some fun with that. So right off the bat, that's the basic melody. A lot of just half short rolls and long rolls. So that's kind of what I would usually do with that. You can play just the straight notes. So mix it up. You can leave some of them as long notes, some of them as rolls, short rolls or long rolls, depending on where it is. The second section here. Sorry. That's the basic bit there. The one thing that I do is there's a triple roll on that E. Yeah, that's the other thing to finish up the phrase that I like to do. As you're going from the A to the B, I think I've demonstrated this in other tunes, but you just do a slide, single cut, or that, which is kind of what I like to do. That's basically what I'm doing. So second section, or the B part rather, yeah, that's one where I'll do that kind of bounce technique. Just kind of gives it a little bit of a pop. That's a good spot for a cran. So in the beginning of it, it's basically just 2 Ds there. You can do the crown, or you can do a triplet. And just a bunch of rolls there. And finish up with that same kind of double grace note there. So that's what I like to do with that tune. Now, I was at a session about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and this tune came up, but it was played very slowly, which I thought was kind of a cool idea. Certainly not an original one. It's been done a bunch of times, been recorded a bunch. In fact, this was a recording by Gerald Trimble, which is where we got the idea for it. But it just sounded really cool. And the only reason I'm demonstrating this is because a lot of folks, especially when they're first starting out, will say that they can't play a tune slowly, they can only play it fast. And my general rule of thumb is if you can't play it slowly, then you can't play it fast. People seem to think that fast is difficult, but in my experience anyway, it's a lot more difficult to play a tune slowly and have it still sound interesting. So this is kind of how we played it at the session, and it just had a different sound to it. I thought it was kind of neat, so I thought I'd demonstrate that here. So I just thought that sounded kind of neat when it came up the other day, and thought it might make a good demonstration. So as you're playing these tunes, even if they're technically designed to be quick tunes, jigs and reels, play around with them slowly, because you might kind of find some new things to do with them that you might enjoy. So hopefully you like that one. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, requests, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks very much, guys. Bye-bye.